What up, you two? Back again with you. I gotta be pointing out more discrepancies in this story. So, has anyone noticed that on mainstream media, the footage that we're seeing from CCTV cameras seem to be blocks and blocks away? Anywhere from a quarter mile away to even farther than that to blocks and blocks away. Versus, think about all the freaking cameras that are on the street where this explosion in Nashville happened. Think about that. Think about all the businesses that have private security cameras as well, whether they're on CCTV or, regardless, right? Does the media have the same ability through the government to share closed circuit television that would be literally right there on that street? But what you're noticing is that the media is intentionally, most likely working with the government, to intentionally not show us a close-up of that explosion. Now, why? Why? I'm going to give you guys some food for thought, okay? With this situation right now, it reminds me of a couple things. First of all, this Patsy, that poor guy, Anthony Quinn Warner, the guy that's in question right now. Well, they're saying that this guy's under investigation. He's probably a patsy, just like Oswald, just like the Las Vegas shooter. I believe that guy was probably a patsy too, most likely. I don't know. Put that aside for a second. But you know what this whole situation reminds me of, with the media making a point intentionally to not share close camera angles of businesses that were right there on that street or even a half a block down from it, any and all. And if you notice, if you look at Channel 5, Fox, and local in Nashville, if you look at any of the mainstream, right, they're making a point to not show close-up views of what happened on that street. And I'm going to tell you most likely why. It's because evidence has now come forward that actually the RV did not explode. There was an explosion across the other side of the street. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of 9/11. It reminds me of when the Pentagon allegedly got hit by a Boeing 757. What's interesting about that is the Pentagon is the most secured building in the world. The Pentagon has probably got like at least over 10,000 cameras. But on 9/11, what did they do? They showed the camera angle from the security gate. That was the video they chose to share with the press and share with the world. And all you see is a split frame of allegedly a plane hitting it. And then poof, boom, you see a fireball. But if you go back, now I have a separate data backup of this information because they've scrubbed the internet for most of it. The reason I'm using this as an example is because when you go back and you look at the Pentagon, for example, okay, it was a round hole. It was a missile strike that hit the Pentagon. There is no evidence whatsoever of a 757. That wingspan, come on, man. The wingspan, it would have smacked the wings right off. Planes are made of aluminum, ladies and gentlemen. Fiberglass and aluminum. There is no evidence of a plane hitting the Pentagon in 2001. If you look at it and you see before that section of the building collapsed and the fire department was there, it was a round hole. It was a missile strike that hit the Pentagon. Now, that's a whole other story. I can talk about 9/11 all day long. Most people still think it was committed by a bunch of dudes with box cutters. I encourage you, if that's what you think, I encourage you to do your homework and do your research. But what's very interesting is they showed that cheesy, far away, glitchy clip from the security gate, and then poof, a fireball hitting the pen. Come on, man. That was such garbage. Give me a break. Wow. And this situation reminds me of that because the media is making an intentional point to not show a close-up view of that explosion on that street in Nashville from Christmas night. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Come on, think about it. We know that something stinks. This is a false flag. This is corruption and scandal and inside job written all over it. Now, the question is, why is this happening? What is the motive behind this? Is it to make it look like AT&T was sabotaged? Is there something else going on? People are talking about the election, systems from the internet servers, information that shows Dominion software and other internet traffic to connect to that main data center and hub that somebody allegedly was trying to destroy that information. That's one of the theories. I'm gonna put my theories aside, but what I am gonna say is there's a lot of things that don't make sense, and already we're seeing a lot of contradictions from the witnesses. That seems more like a crisis actor. This woman that they plugged on multiple streams of media. I talked about Channel Fox 5, local in Nashville, also CNN fake news. Guys, it's getting weird out here. So tell me what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments. Look forward to hearing from all of you. Thank you for tuning in.